Well, what we're going to do today is, if you remember, I seeded some tomato seeds in these egg cartons, and it's time to transfer them into cups. And as you can see, the sprouts are starting to be quite tall, and so they'll need some more room. So we have some cups that we have the holes punched through with the knit needle. I do that prior to doing my videos, that way you don't actually have to watch me actually poke a hole into the bottom of it. I usually do 5 at a time. When I do 5 at a time, it makes the cup solid enough that it doesn't collapse at, like if you do it 1 at a time, the cups are really thin. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these little pieces of the cardboard container that was holding it in, and you can throw those in your compost or whatever you're going to do with them. And you don't have to take the bottom off. I like to take the bottom off just because it gives the roots a better chance of getting into the soil. And you just want to press it down, and you don't want to press any harder than you would. And I forget who said it. It's not my saying, it's somebody else's, but they were like, as hard as you would press on your eye is as hard as you should press on the soil. And there we have another one seeded and transferred. So we have about, I would say, this one's good. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'd say 6 of them. 6 of them are looking really good. So we're just going to put that over there on a tray for now. And I have other tomato seeds that I'm going to start. These are Bonny's Best Tomatoes by Mackenzie. And they're heirloom seeds, and it says 55 days. So we're going to start those as well. So we're just going to continue to put these into their own cups because we want to have them moved. So I'm just going to continue to put these in their little cups and give them a new home. And watch for the next video, and the next video will be starting more tomato seeds. I'm just going to shut that off. So now what we're going to do is, I have another egg carton, which is this kind right here, which is a little different than the previous kind that I showed you. But, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to actually use this to start some seeds as well. But I just have to cut the top off here with some scissors. It'll just take a sec for me to do that. See, I don't really like using this material, but if I can save it from the landfill, it's made out of, let's see what the container says, if it even says. No, it doesn't say. But it's kind of like the things that burgers used to come in before they kind of outlawed it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut this part off. Just because there's no need of it. Okay, so just stick that there. Cut it in half right here. Okay, so we could cut it individually, which I think I'm going to, because it's a lot easier to work with 1 of them at a time instead of the 6 of them at a time, because if you're like me and you're all thumbs, it's very easy for everything to get very disorganized and messy and stuff. So now that we have these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little blade, which I have somewhere. Oh, perfect, I found it. And I'm going to take it and poke little holes in the bottom, just for it'll have a drainage. And they're very thin to work with, so you have to be very careful. They don't hold up very well. I like the cardboard ones but I just wanted to show that there is other options. And what we're going to do is we're going to mark on them, because you can mark on them. And I'm going to start tomatoes, and they're going to be Bonnie Best, so I can do BB, TOM, and the date is April 9th. So we're going to do that with all of them. And I'm just going to fast forward till I have them all done and with seeds ready to put the seeds in. So what we're going to do now is, it's the 9th of April, and we had some empty room in the pan that I'm using to start all my tomatoes in. And I had some cartons, and the cartons I was using this time were a little bit different than the last time. They're made out of a different material, but I was able to write on them. So I have this written, and it's Bonnie Best and the date. So I'm just going to take 12 seeds, and I'm going to start 12 more tomato plants. I'm not quite sure what the count is right now on the different seedlings I have started, but it's definitely high now, I'd say. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a couple went in that one, which is fine. If a couple grow, I can separate them later. And again, this method is my preferred way, as it is cheap, which is free. And so I'm just going to cover them up with some soil. I definitely like free gardening as opposed to expensive gardening, because every time you have to spend any money on things for the garden that you can spend other places, it's kind of really a pain in the butt, for sure. So when you can find cheap ways such as this that work, why not use them, right? Plus you get to reuse and bring a little bit of life to something that would have normally been to the landfill. So I'm going to continue to cover these up and start something else, because I probably have another project or two to get on. So watch for updates and subscribe, and I'll show updates on how they're doing and how my garden's coming along. So thanks for watching.